Okay, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا المرسلين وآله وصحبه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is your brother Abdul Kabeer with my son Abdul Rahman, who loves playing with pens and not his toys. And I've been asked to talk about the ayah from the Quran from Surah Al-Furqan, verse 74, which states, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربنا وهب لنا من أزواجنا وذريتنا قرة أعين وجعلنا للمتقين إماما. Oops, he dropped his pen. That roughly translates as, O my Lord, or my Master, bestow upon us, bestow, and not just bestow, not just give us, but give us something very special, a very special gift, to give us from our spouses and from our children and generations of children, our lineage of children, the coolness of our eyes, and to make of us of the people of taqwa, the people of faith, and to be leaders in that role. Now, before I get into this ayah, in the context of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we need to understand and remember that the Quranic language of Arabic is revealed in the Arabic language understood by the Arabs of 6th century Arabia, not the Arabic of today. So taking that, what does this term qurrata a'yunin, the coolness of our eyes? Well, I guess the English version would be, and he keeps dropping his pen, little rascal, would be tears of joy. Tears of joy. And the opposite would for us be tears of sadness, but for the Arabs it was tears of like warm eyes, not cool eyes. And in fact, people used to swear to or curse other people by saying, may he have warm eyes. What does that mean? What does it connotate? It connotates sorrow and sadness and calamity and disaster on that person, rather than tears of joy or coolness of our eyes, which would mean tranquility and peace and joy and happiness. But there's also two other kind of distinctive meanings for the Arabs, the way they understood this. One was when the tribes were attacking other tribes in the times of Jahiliyyah, of ignorance before Islam, they would say to themselves, we need to relieve our warm eyes by taking revenge against these other Arabs, to release the frustration and anger and rage of the tribes that they were in. So it has that connotation and meaning too, as well as the Bedouin who, and I'm going to have to put him down now, you little munchkin, monkey magic. And it also means the Bedouin, for example, who goes into the sandstorm, he's being pelted with the sand in the sandstorm, so he finds shelter, and he will say, now my eyes are cool. Meaning my eyes, meaning that I have been sheltered from the storm. I've been sheltered from the storm. So it has these kind of three interesting meanings. Now, let's take this verse in context of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his followers. Islam came to the people, and the truth of Islam split families apart. It split the slave and the master, the parents from the children, and the children from the parents, and the spouses from each other. And it was very hard on the Muslims, especially knowing that these were non-Muslims and that they were destined to the hellfire because they rejected the clear message of Islam. So this was very hard in their hearts. So Allah gave them this dua to say, so that they can make this dua to Allah to bring them instead spouses and children and their lineage and progeny of believers who will be the coolness of our eyes. Now take the last part, or before that, we should now take in today's context, and it's exactly the same meaning, especially for a convert family, but even now within the context of our modern society where there's a war against family. So the idea of having a strong family is not even cool anymore. We watch all these cartoons like Family Guy and The Simpsons, and I don't recommend watching any of those, but they celebrate dysfunctionality of a family, that It's a normal thing that spouses get divorced. It's a normal thing that the kids and the children rebel against the parents. This is expected. This is what modern day family is all about. But this doesn't bring tranquility and peace and coolness at all in your life, and that's what we want. And the foundation of that is taqwa, is to have faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is what the last part of the ayah means. وَجَعَلْنَا لِلْمُتَّقِينَ إِمَامًا, to make us leaders of taqwa, to make us leaders of taqwa. And as the Prophet ﷺ said, that you will become a leader of somebody. He roughly translates into that you'll be a leader of someone. If you're not a leader of a people, or your manager at work or something like that, you'll be at least the leader of your spouse, and if not that, at least a leader for your children. So you have to lead, and lead by example, an example of taqwa. And this is something my wife talks about a lot nowadays. Is now that he's 9 months old, he's my little Abd Rahman. We have to become better Muslims ourselves. We have to do the necessary sacrifices to lead the example that we should lead, to instill taqwa in our family, in our children. And in same reference to this, our spouses, the choice that we have for our spouse is exactly the same. We have to lead by taqwa. Let me grab this little one now. Yeah. We have to lead by taqwa. Okay, I can't. I have to put him down again. Here, there's the pen. We have to lead by taqwa in order to find a woman of taqwa, or a spouse of taqwa, or a husband of taqwa. And the Prophet ﷺ said, of course, that to choose a spouse, you can choose for 4 reasons. You can choose them for their wealth, you can choose them for their beauty, and you can choose them for their lineage. Or, the best of all, the one that will give you success, is choose them for their taqwa. So, we should not compromise our religion and deen in order to find another spouse. And I'll leave you with just the my last piece of advice and things I would like to say is that taqwa is good, but to love someone for the sake of Allah is a choice. And to improve that love and that mawadda between each other, you should also have honesty, complete honesty and trustfulness with the other person, the other half. And that means communicating and talking to each other. Sometimes that could be nasty, sometimes that could be very hard. But through that tribulation and trial and difficulty, your marriage if you choose to make it a trial, or choose to destroy yourselves, that's up to you. But through it, you will become even better, have a better marriage and a better family and a better home with more peace and tranquility. May Allah grant us that wish and that special mercy and that special gift to us, that we have wives and husbands and children who are the coolness of our eyes. And may Allah bless you all and have benefit from this small talk. And anything that I have said good is from Allah, and anything that I have said wrong or mistakenly, please forgive me, and let it be known that it's from myself and the evils of my own self. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.